school zone ahead.
Let's see the new motorway.
Hmm. That's clever.
Were we going out when one of the guys at St. Nathan Jewel was in a car accident and killed a guy on a motorbike?
Oh no.
Okay.
Alright then. So,
Yeah, Ben Crichton was going up to play basketball on the Central
one
Coast.
of the Bens.
Yeah, and he turned into that road just up here that goes across to the main road, and a motorbike went up the breakdown lane and went straight to the side of him, killed himself.
So it wasn't really Ben's fault.
No. End up being one of George Saliba's relations.
Goodness.
So yeah, the bike jumped into that lane, and the guy just opened it up.
And then he was turning right.
Yeah, Ben was turning right across it, like through a gap in the traffic. Right here. And his Golf was knocked into the fence by the motorbike.
Wow.
That's how hard the guy on the bike was going.
Wow. God, he would have got a fright.
Yeah.
Was he young back
Yep.
then? Wow. Was he charged with anything or no?
No, it was going back and forwards between the solicitors and the cops and all sorts of things.
Isn't that terrible that he would have to get a solicitor and pay for a solicitor for something that clearly wasn't his fault?
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible? God, I had to put you off driving for a bit. We need to be careful around motorbikes. How old was he when that happened?